Welcome back to WION World is One. I'm Kripa and you are watching Speed News. Let's start with all the top stories making headlines today. US President Donald Trump has issued a fresh threat to Iran. Accept a deal quickly or US will destroy Kharg Island and its power and water plans. The threat comes as conflicting reports emerged over Trump's potential plans for Iran, and the Wall Street Journal, citing administration officials, reported that Trump has told his aides that he is willing to end the military campaign against Iran, even if Strait of Hormuz remains largely closed. The report says that Trump may launch a complex operation to reopen it later. However, another report, this time from the Washington Post, says that Pentagon is preparing for weeks of ground operations in Iran. The plans, yet to be okayed by Trump, could involve raids by special operations and conventional infantry troops. US President Donald Trump has shared a video showing a series of blasts. Media reports say the video is from a US strike on an ammunition depot in Iran's Isfahan. Using multiple 2,000-pound bunker buster bombs, US President Donald Trump shares a video showing a series of blasts. The Israeli military said that 4 of its personnel were killed and 2 wounded during combat in southern Lebanon. The military said the 4 were killed in an exchange of fire with gunmen in southern Lebanon after the force they were operating in encountered a terror cell. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said that President Donald Trump is interested in calling on Arab countries to pay for the cost of the Iran war. Questioned at a news briefing whether Arab countries would step up to help pay for the war, Leavitt said that she would not get ahead of the Republican president, but that it was an idea that Trump had. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio voiced hope for working with elements within Iran's government, saying the United States privately had received positive messages. And speaking to ABC News, Rubio said there were internal fractures inside the country and that the United States hopes figures with power to deliver take charge. Iranian state media has reported that a key parliamentary commission has approved a proposal to impose tolls on vessels transiting the Strait of Hormuz. Cited by a member of Iran's Parliament Security Commission, the plan outlines a framework for financial arrangements, including a rial-based toll system designed to reinforce what officials describe as Iran's sovereign authority over the waterway. The proposal also signals a significant geopolitical escalation. It includes provisions to bar vessels associated with the United States and Israel from passing through the strait, while also targeting countries that enforce sanctions against Iran. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that the war on Iran had achieved more than half its aims without putting a timeline on when it would end. Netanyahu added that he meant the war was more than halfway in terms of missions, not necessarily in terms of time. Netanyahu said the war had achieved goals including killing thousands of members of Iran's Revolutionary Guards. He also voiced confidence that Iran's Islamic Republic would fall, though he said again that this was not the goal. Israel's military said that it had launched an investigation into separate incidents that killed 3 UN peacekeepers in southern Lebanon. The Israeli military posted on Telegram that the incidents are being thoroughly reviewed in order to clarify the circumstances and determine whether they resulted from Hezbollah activity or from IDF activity. The post added that the incidents occurred in an active combat area where IDF was operating against Iran-backed group Hezbollah. This comes after the UN peacekeeping mission in Lebanon said that 2 of its personnel were killed Monday in an explosion and another had died late Sunday when a projectile hit their position. Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman held a trilateral meeting in Jeddah on Monday with Jordan's King Abdullah II and Qatar's Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, as regional tensions intensified following the ongoing US-Israel war on Iran. During this meeting, the leaders reviewed the latest developments and global stability, including growing risks to international maritime navigation, energy supply security, and the broader global economy. The United States said it respected Israel's right to set its own laws after the Israeli parliament introduced the death penalty for Palestinians convicted of killings. A State Department spokesperson said, and I quoted, "We trust that any such measures will be carried out with a fair trial and respect for all applicable fair trial guarantees and protections." The statement comes even as the move has been sharply criticized by European nations and right groups. US Central Command released video on Monday that reportedly shows US military strikes on Iranian naval vessels and aircraft. In a social media post accompanying the video, CENTCOM wrote, US forces continue to eliminate the Iranian regime's ability to project power in meaningful ways outside of Iran's borders. Myanmar's junta chief Min Aung Hlaing was elected a vice president by the lower house on Tuesday. A parliament official said so, with the coup leader edging closer to becoming president and maintaining his rule. Senior General Min Aung Hlaing got 247 votes of 260 cast by the MPs, a parliament official announced, and this is according to a live broadcast of the proceedings. 3 vice presidents are expected to be chosen this week, one of whom will be elected president in a parliament-wide vote. A 15-year-old student shot a teacher at a Texas high school and then fatally shot himself. No other injuries were reported in the shooting at Hill Country College Preparatory High School in Boulevarde. The sheriff's office has not said what may have led to the shooting. The FBI says man who crashed pickup into Michigan synagogue was inspired by Hezbollah. The FBI said the man was seeking to kill Jewish people. Head of the FBI in Detroit and Jennifer Runyan disclosed the new information about the March 12 attack at a news conference on Monday. A truck crashed through a fence in Crockett, California, narrowly missing a home and leaving one person reportedly injured. The incident occurred on Virginia Street when the vehicle lost control, striking a fire hydrant and flooding the area. It then hit 2 cars, crashed through the front of a house and continued until it broke through a fence, ultimately coming to rest precariously over a terrace. The cause of the crash is yet to be reported. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has rejected reports that the government may suspend the payment of salaries for soldiers and state workers because of a blocked European Union loan. The statement comes after reports suggested that Ukraine does not have enough funds to cover government expenses until June. Zelensky said money was needed to prepare the power system for any new winter onslaught and that the blocking of the EU loan would pose a greater risk for preparations for the next winter. NASA officials said the Artemis 2 mission remains on track with no major issues ahead of launch. The launch director, Charlie Blackwell-Thompson, said that the hardware is performing well and teams are in excellent shape through weather conditions will be closely monitored in the coming days. NASA's Artemis 2 mission is scheduled to launch on April 1. The 10-day crewed mission will send 4 astronauts around the moon and back, and marking the first crewed flight beyond low Earth orbit since 1972. The Mexican president received FIFA President Gianni Infantino at the National Palace on Monday as part of the official preparations for the 2026 World Cup. Sheinbaum shared a video of the meeting on her official X account, describing the encounter as a review of all arrangements ahead of the tournament.
Para México.
The return of Canadian singer Celine Dion was marked with a light show at Paris's Eiffel Tower on Monday, with some of the star's iconic songs being played on Trocadero Square. Fans sang along and cheered upon learning of Dion's much-anticipated return. She's set to return to the stage this fall with 10 concerts scheduled in Paris, spread out over September and October. A large throne with a golden toilet has been placed on the iconic National Mall in Washington in a critique of US President Donald Trump's renovations to the White House. Styled to look like marble and gold, the throne features a toilet instead of a seat and a plaque that reads, "A throne fit for a king." Vatican has expressed regret to Israel following tensions over excess restrictions at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. In an official statement, Vatican said that its top officials met with Israeli ambassador and regrets were expressed regarding the incident, concerning which clarifications were provided. Furthermore, the United States also voiced concerns over Israel's actions. During a media briefing, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt emphasized that worshippers should be able to access holy places while acknowledging Israel's security concerns. Moving on to business now, Asian stock markets erased their gains for 2026, sliding sharply as the widening war in the West Asia drove energy costs higher and heightened inflation fears. The sell-off was broad, with key regional indices turning negative for the year as investors grew increasingly cautious amid rising crude prices and concerns that prolonged conflict could damp global economic growth. Safe haven flows and risk-off sentiment drove the trend, putting a spotlight on mounting anxiety in markets across Japan, South Korea, and beyond. Well, the US dollar is on track for its best month since 2022, strengthening sharply as the West Asia war intensifies and investors seek safety amid global market turmoil. The climb reflects rising demand for the dollar as a safe haven asset driven by geopolitical risks, surging energy prices, and uncertainty about economic growth. The broader conflict has pushed markets into risk-off mode, bolstering the greenback against major currencies and highlighting its role as a refuge in times of stress. Oil prices climbed for a fourth day, with Brent crude at $115 a barrel and US crude at $105.96. This marks record monthly gains and supply disruptions from the widening West Asia war, including Iran's closure of the Strait of Hormuz and attacks on tankers are driving the surge. Concerns over further blockades at Bab el-Mandeb and rerouted Saudi exports are adding pressure, while President Trump has threatened strikes on Iran's energy infrastructure. Markets remain jittery as the conflict shows no signs of easing. China's manufacturing activity rebounded in March, with the official PMI rising to 50.4, beating expectations and snapping 2 months of contraction. The rebound reflects strong demand from Southeast Asia and Europe, which helped offset weaker shipments to the US. This marks the country's strongest manufacturing performance in a year, signaling a potential boost for the broader economy as factories ramp up production. A private PMI report is due Wednesday, with analysts expecting a slight slowdown from February's 5-year high. Well, Match Group, an online dating services provider, has agreed to settle a U.S. Federal Trade Commission lawsuit over the misuse of OkCupid user data. The FTC alleged that OkCupid shared personal data of millions of users with an outside firm without proper disclosure. The data included nearly 3 million photos along with demographic details and location information shared with facial recognition company Clarify. Under the settlement, Match Group is barred from misrepresenting how it handles user privacy and must certify compliance. The company neither admitted nor denied wrongdoing and may face civil penalties for future breaches. Italy's Data Protection Authority has fined Intesa Sanpaolo $36.41 million over a major data breach case. The regulator found that a bank employee accessed the personal data of 3,573 customers without authorization. The investigation revealed more than 6,600 unauthorized account access instances between February 2022 and April 2024. The Garante said the bank's internal systems failed to detect the breach, highlighting significant monitoring and security weaknesses. The authority took into account the corrective measures adopted by the bank but still imposed the multi-million-dollar penalty. Voyager Technologies has secured a mission management contract with startup Icarus Robotics to demonstrate a free-flying robotic system on the International Space Station. The project comes as NASA pushes for greater private sector participation in low Earth orbit ahead of the ISS retirement in 2030. The Icarus Joy Ride system is designed to operate inside crewed space stations and will be tested for performance in microgravity conditions. The mission will also help generate data to train artificial intelligence models for operating robots in space environments. California Governor Gavin Newsom has signed an executive order targeting AI safety in state contracts. Firms seeking state contracts must implement safeguards against AI misuse, including illegal content, bias, and civil rights violations. State agencies are required to watermark AI-generated images and videos to prevent misinformation. Now, California will conduct its own review of companies flagged as supply chain risks by the federal government. Firms may still qualify as contractors if the state does not identify them as a risk. The order follows the U.S. Defense Department move labeling Anthropic a supply chain risk and restricting its use by military contractors. China has launched the World Data Organization to promote global data governance. The professional body aims to support orderly data development and utilization across countries. It seeks to break barriers between different national data policies. The group will promote industry consensus and help firms reduce data compliance costs. It also plans to build data ecosystems in sectors such as healthcare, education, and energy. The initiative aims to boost project implementation and drive industrial innovation. Cardiff City's claim for around $140 million in compensation from French club not following the death of Argentine striker Emiliano Sala has been dismissed by a French court. Cardiff claimed that Sala's death cost them top-flight survival. They also argued that since the flight that crashed was organized by an agent linked to the French side, was not responsible. However, those claims were dismissed by the court. Cardiff have also been ordered to pay more than $500,000 in legal costs and damages. The Pakistan Cricket Board has fined pacer Naseem Shah over a controversial social media post targeting Punjab Chief Minister Maryam Nawaz. According to reports, Shah has been slapped with a $72,000 fine, which is the largest in Pakistan cricket history. The incident occurred during the opener of the 11th season of the Pakistan Super League last week. Despite the PCB announcing that the league would be played behind closed doors, several dignitaries were present at the first game, including Nawaz. Australian-American actor, bodybuilder and politician Arnold Schwarzenegger received an honorary doctorate from Ulster University in Belfast, Northern Ireland. He was honoured for his contributions to public service, the arts and environmental advocacy. He first visited the university as a young bodybuilder for a competition, an experience which he said he has found to be fond memories of since it was also his first attempt at public speaking. Blackpink superstar Lisa is set to make history as the first K-pop solo artist to secure a Las Vegas residency. Titled Viva La Lisa, the highly anticipated show will take place at Caesars Palace over 2 weekends in November 2026. Fans can expect a full-scale production merging her signature high-energy choreography. Well, the highly anticipated teaser for director Nitesh Tiwari's Ramayana has officially been cleared by the Central Board of Film Certification with a U rating. The 2-minute and 38-second clip is scheduled for a grand release on April 2nd on the occasion of Hanuman Jayanti. The movie is currently slated for a theatrical release on Diwali.